Okay, so we have a rather somber start to January donations and deliveries. Obviously with the bushfire crisis going on at the moment. And yeah, I've just, I'm doing a bunch of videos on my desk at the moment, and I'm just on the back of another one with a bit of a somber tone. But yeah, at the moment, there's been an estimated 500 million animals burnt in the fires, and homes lost, and something in the area of 20 million hectares of bushland burnt. It's a massive disaster. The military's involved, other countries' militaries are involved, Canada, US, New Zealand. The state of emergency in the state that I live in, yeah. So I'm taking a moment to make mention to that because the gravity of the situation, I'm somewhat speechless. So anyway, let's get on with our donations and deliveries. So our first donation is some alcohol swabs. This came by way of the donation centre where I've been doing some repairs, or the relief centre, because they're not legally allowed to hand these out. So I got to use these for doing circuit board cleaning and whatnot. They will, however, be quite handy for a number of reasons, but certainly for cleaning off stuff that I'm doing. Quite good. The next one is a delivery, again out of China, and some more 3mm nuts and bolts, or another kit of these. These grand total about $10 Australian by the time I get them and pay customs and all the rest, and GST. So yeah, they will go into my existing collection. That'll be good. And I have in this envelope, this was a belated Christmas present, but this one I'm pretty sure, let me have a look in the card because it's a bit personal. Oh yes, that's right, that was a $50 J-Car gift voucher and a Christmas card. So that will be handy. We'll make use of that soon enough. Not much for the moment, but we'll see in another video. Give me 2 minutes, or 2 moments even. Right, so January donations and deliveries continues. I'm a bit raspy, it's been a hot day, and I just got an evacuation notice by text message. Well, I think it might be a little premature. I'm in a very good defensible place, but the fires are huge. Pretty much everywhere I went on a 30-day trip a couple of years back, pretty much every location I went to on that trip is on fire or is at risk of being on fire, or has been. It's pretty massive. But anyway, let's go through what we got. Now these are a bit of a donation, delivery and a purchase all in one. I got a Christmas voucher, so I went spending that at my local J-Car store. We've got ourselves a Micro B lead. These are actually quite good ones with a decent bit of conductor in them, and they work well, and it's a nice short one. We've got some very long ones. I decided I'd splash out and have a look at one of these ultrasonic sensors, see what I can do with that. I'm thinking probably speed checking, as these have got about the same range as some of the short range radar modules I was planning on using. These might be the more economic alternative. And I've replenished my stock of bits and switches and connectors, most of which I used repairing stuff for evacuees. You'd be surprised how many of these plugs I needed. So, and there's some nice toggle switches here. We'll take one of these out and have a look. It appears J-Car has got some better looking toggle switches. I got a bunch out of China out of frustration in waiting for these to come in, and they've finally arrived. And these have got a nice flat bar on them, and they're a very nice positive click. They're a nice genuine switch. Some of the ones I've used over on the console up the back here, these ones here are a lot lighter and not quite as quality as I'd like, and the bars wriggle sideways a bit too much, and they all, yeah, as these are a nice firm, they don't push sideways at all. So yeah, I think I'll buy more of these. They seem a bit more quality. Anyway, let's see what else shows up this month. Alright, well I thought this month was going to be a little slow for donations, but no, they're starting to pick up again. So I got given some strips of magnesium metal.
should be interesting. We can experiment with them later, or I'll find something useful to do with them. Fortunately, I've left my camera bracket somewhere I can't find it, so the angle's a little different at the moment. But yeah, magnesium strips, 4 of. I think they're a bit pricey or something because I've only got a few of them. Anyway, donation is a donation all the same. I'm not going to look the gift horse in the mouth. We'll find something useful. I also think there might be an iMac on the way. We'll find out. I think I'm getting one of them donated. Not that I really like Macs, but you know, if they're free, I'll work with them. Alright, the next donations that have just rolled in are over in the museum here at the moment. I'll have a look at these. So this is an acrylic covered box I made on the end of my desk display. Now these are cigarette wrappers from 100 years ago, I'm told. Let's have a look here. This gives us a list of different naval cannons or naval guns and their ranges and effectiveness. And this is from, look, somebody who knows me very well donated these. I'm not a smoker, but I do appreciate the military theme. Now this one too looks like a World War I inspired thing, given their age. And this lists war incidents. There was a series of 50 apparently, so it's quite nice. So these are, that's number 32 apparently. Oh, and this is number 27. So yeah, very interesting. But you'll probably notice there is a fairly consistent theme in this little mini museum of mine here. And I need to make some racks to stop stuff tipping over. I'll fix that later. And there is a magnetic cover on here with deliberately mispolarized so that it's tamper evident if my apprentice gets in here. But at the moment she hasn't worked out that that's actually a door, so we're happy with that. You'll see the design of this desk arrangement in another video. Alright, so I think there might be more donations, but I've got to get on with a few other things first. So, namely, finding my little GoPro clone, wherever that's gone. Alright, January deliveries and donations continues. This is well, sort of a delivery. I had to go and get this myself. I lost my old GoPro clone. I've got all the other brackets for it, namely these guys. I found the bits and pieces. I can't find the camera itself. It's gone MIA. So I've got this guy, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't include an SD card. This is exactly the same thing that I paid $30 for, except I had to pay $60 for it because I needed it in a hurry. But anyway, let's I'll get this open, and actually, you know what, let's open it now and see what's in here, because I think the January donations are a little bit light on, although it's the MacBook before actually wasn't too bad. Not a MacBook fan, but you know. Alright, so I've got a tray of stuff which looks startlingly familiar. I've got a bracket, I've got little mounting bits, sticky pads, adapter blocks, handlebar mount, micro B cable, micro USB cable, mounting block for tripod, and all the straps. And of course, finally, the camera itself. Yep, this looks one for one exactly the same, except it's got a couple extra buttons on it. Will it fire up, or do I need to charge it? Probably not. Yeah, this latch is exactly the same. You've got to push that across, and then you lift this handle up, I believe. Oh wait, no, it lifts up at the front. That's right, it's been a while. And then the camera drops out. This has got a brand name on it, but fundamentally looks the same. I wonder if it'll perform any better. Oh, it's got a removable battery in it. The other one didn't have that. Alright, well, let's charge it up and we'll have a play with it. In the meantime, I will move on to other deliveries. Alright, so January donations continue. This time I've got one that's actually worth something. This is an iMac, or a Mac Top, or a MacBook Air, or whatever, and it has a full battery. So let's see if this fires up. Pretty sure I was told it does. If I can work out how to get into it, we'll have a quick look while that's starting up. Oh, it fires up. We've been given a big tangled mess of adapters, which I assume is a power connector. Now, because of Apple's habit of never actually labeling what it is you're looking at, all I know is this is a MacBook. I don't know exactly what specs it is yet. We can look that up at some point. Now, this was going to go to e-waste, I'm told. But apparently there was an attempt made to get Linux on this. And actually, if I can do that, it'll be handy. But yeah, they had a few issues of trying to get a lightweight OS on here. So, you know, I might even try doing that myself as well. See if I can have some success where other people failed. But this one's been pretty much given up on. But look, it does actually function quite well, and the keyboard's nice, and it's been in good condition. So, yeah, we can probably do something with this. It'll be nice. And it looks like the battery's in good nick. And there's actually like full-size ports on this, which is nice. Something they haven't done in newer models. They've just given you, I think, like a single USB-C or lightning connector or something. I'm starting to get behind the times in what connectors are what with these. This does have Firewire. That might be handy because down at the museum we have an old camcorder that connects with Firewire. And that might be handy to back up the images and stuff, that, or the footage that's on some of those tapes. So this could be handy. Yeah, for now I'm going to stick it away until I've got the time to look at it. But thank you guys. MacBook. Very handy. Okay, so January donations continue. We've got this next little item, which is a very old style Arista surge protector. No longer compliant because of the lack of shroud on the pins. But yeah, this would be interesting to open up and just do a little bit of a quick video on, and just a demonstration about how surge protectors work. And now, just in by the skin of its teeth, I've got this. This, if you're not sure what it is, we can see here is an antenna base. It's for a Land Rover, and looks like this one came out of First RAR, I think. I'm not sure, but anyway, this is not strictly the type of antenna bracket that I've been looking for. There are some that are contoured to fit the side of the vehicle the way that I'd really like. However, this is close enough and near enough to do what I need, and I've been looking for one for quite a while and I can't get hold of them. So this was actually a much welcomed donation, and loosely connected to South Gippsland tank adventures. So I would certainly hit those guys up. Great day out. I also got another souvenir too, which I can show you here. That's my other souvenir from the trip. Big fat bruise. Yeah, just be careful of where the radio rack is when you get in and out of those things. They're not exactly a smooth ride. But anyway, so this will be good. I don't know if we're going to get anything else by the end of the day, because it's something like the 30th at the moment. So we'll see what else shows up, but I doubt there'll be anything. You know what, we might just call it quits here and say this is the end of January donations, and we hope to see some more next month. So yeah, we'll see you all in the next video. It's been a quiet month, and next month is probably going to be a little more quiet too. We've blown a shift solenoid in the wife's new Jeep, and that could be like $8 grand worth to repair. So we might not see many donations or deliveries next month, but you know, stranger things have happened. We'll see you all in the next video.